So should William Birkin make an appearance in a potential Resident Evil 3 remake, because it could work out with the overall timeline of RE2 and RE3 happening in consecutive days. So with this possibility, let's go ahead and discuss how they can implement him in Resident Evil 3 and what story changes they can add to the lore. Anyways, before we get started with the video, I just want to say my name is DeVuH, and I do cover a lot of Resident Evil content, so if you guys want more content like this, then please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel, and also possibly sharing this video with a friend or on any other social media outlets out there. I'd really appreciate the support. So let's start off this topic on how they can implement William and where he can make his appearance during Resident Evil 3. So like I mentioned earlier, Resident Evil 2 happens a day after Resident Evil 3, but the overall timeline of William actually happens in mid-September, when the Umbrella USS operatives were sent to retrieve the G virus from him.
I'm not handing over anything!
We have our orders, Dr. Birkin.
So between mid-September and the events of Resident Evil 3, which happens by late September, we all have that time to implement him in the game, where there could be a perfect slot for him when Jill visits the RPD station again. And instead of breezing through the area like we did in the classic Resident Evil 3, instead we have a chance to encounter William in his first G transformation. Giving us a chance to fight him head on and possibly see him try to create a G offspring, which were the parasite-like creatures we saw from both the classic RE2 and RE2 remake, where we have the embryo implanted into someone, and if they're not genetically compatible, it will burst out of them like shown here.
Your fault!
What?
It took too long!
Oh God! Get off me! Oh my God!
Which could explain the many G monsters in RE2 remake, because if RE3 happens the day before, we could have William try to implant as many of these G embryos to unsuspecting victims, and would have them create offspring of the G monsters that we saw most prominently in the sewer area. Also, since we're talking about William making an appearance during the RPD portion of RE3, there could also be a chance of him meeting Nemesis face to face, which would be a cool aspect to see this tyrant react to William, and how they'll interact with each other, which they could show some hostility towards each other, very similar to the Chinese comics version, where we had the chance to see these two behemoths go at it and show off who was the top BOW of the time. Also, we could possibly see William implemented during the time skip of RE3, which happens after Jill Valentine was infected with the T virus by Nemesis at the clock tower area. So during this time lapse, we had a chance to control Carlos Oliveras, one of Umbrella's mercenaries that was sent to help the citizens of Raccoon City. So while controlling Carlos, what if we had a scenario of him still going to the Raccoon City hospital to only be met by William in his second G transformation? And I know this is a stretch since we know that William changed into his second form in the sewer area during RE2, but what if this was after we had that battle with him in RE2 remake in the sewers, and right before we fight him in the Umbrella secret laboratory? Which could make Resident Evil 3 remake have that secondary antagonist like Resident Evil 2 did with Mr. X, but still focusing most of the iconic boss battle moments with Nemesis. So in the end, having William Birkin make an appearance would be awesome in a potential Resident Evil 3 remake, where they can add more to the story elements that will give this new upcoming title a breath of fresh air. Anyways, do you guys agree that we should see William Birkin make an appearance in a Resident Evil 3 remake? Please let me know and why in the comment section down below. Also, if you guys want more Resident Evil 3 remake news and content, then please feel free to hit that notification bell icon so you guys can be alerted when I upload my next video. Anyways, thank you guys so much, and as always, you guys have a great rest of your day, and this is DeVuH, signing out.